for your babies? What kind of legacy are you building for your queen? African queen, Latino queen, European queen. You're going to have a woman and children who are going to look to you to keep a roof over their head. They're going to look to you to make sure there's food in their stomach. They're going to look to you to make sure there's clothes on their back. Are you doing what you need to do at Frederick Douglass High School so you can one day do what you like to do? Because guess what? I got news for you. If you think you're going to graduate from Frederick Douglass High School, go get a job, and live happily ever after, you are wrong. This is 21st century America. And the days of graduating from high school and going to work are over. Every last one of you again. I don't care what color your skin. I don't care what home you come from. You're going to have to get some kind of post-high school education. Let me say that again. You're going to need some kind of post-high school education. Whether you go to trade school, whether you go to college, whether you learn how to be a financial investor, whether you learn to become a realtor, you're going to get some education after high school. But you know what the bad news is for some of you? You've been playing around at Frederick Douglass so many years that your grade point average is so low from all those D's and F's you've been getting. So you thought it was funny in 9th grade thinking you're getting over by not achieving. You thought it was funny as a sophomore, underachieving, thinking you're getting over. Some of you juniors are playing games right now. Some of you seniors think it's all right because you might have got pushed through high school, even though you didn't do the work, and you're going to get a diploma, and you think you beat the system. But guess what's going to happen when you show up at Lamone Owen College, in the University of Tennessee, in Tennessee State, in Morehouse, in University of Pennsylvania? When you show up, they're going to give you a placement test. They're going to say, I see you graduated from Frederick Douglass High School in Memphis, but we don't believe you really had what it takes to succeed. So we're going to give you a basic reading, writing, and math test, and some of you may score so low that they'll tell you there's no room for you here. In other words, some of you are on the McDonald's plan. You know what the McDonald's plan is? The only job you'll get when you leave Douglas, if you don't get serious right now, will be McDonald's. And guess what? You're not even guaranteed a McDonald's job. Because I just read in the newspaper last week that McDonald's is laying off 50,000 employees. And McDonald's is now going to an artificial intelligence model for its customers. So when you pull up to get your Big Mac, you don't have to talk to a human no more. You just push your order into the machine. And the machine will put your milkshake and your fries and your apple pie in the bag and pass it to you with a metal computer arm. So you're not even guaranteed a McDonald's job. Keep playing around if you want. I speak in prisons for a living. I speak in prisons. I go to prisons all over the world talking to young people just like you, trying to motivate you to get your life in order before it's too late. Because guess what? The brother selling the dope, the weed boy on the corner, the ones stealing cars, the ones hustling credit cards, one day they were sitting right where you sat and they thought it was funny until after they left Douglass High School. Because some of y'all don't know that high school has a due date. High school has a due date. One day you're going to wake up, you a man now, ain't no more high school. What you going to do with the rest of your life? I talked about emotional discipline, academic discipline, doing your damn work. Let's talk about sexual discipline. Because your hormones is popping off right now. You can't wait. They're going to get you some of that sweet goody-goody. Now guess what? I got some news for you. Not every Kit Kat is the same Kit Kat. And some of these Kit Kats got some treats waiting for you. Some of these Kit Kats got that gonorrhea. You want that? How about that chlamydia? Anybody looking for some chlamydia? What about some herpes? What about that herpes package? What about some genital warts? What about some human papillomavirus? How about some HIV/AIDS? How about some hepatitis? How about some crabs? What about some scabies? What about some pubic lice? Some of y'all itching right now. Let me tell you how this goes. If I were you, I would practice sexual abstinence. Because the only thing you want to get right now, playing around with these little girls, is a baby you can't afford or a disease you can't get rid of. Let me tell you how this works. You go over your girlfriend's house, she come over your house. She give you some head or she give you some Kit Kat. You think you're the man, and then one day your ass wake up and you see pimples on your breasts. And you go to the school nurse and say, "School nurse, what am I doing with pimples on my penis?" And the school nurse says, "No, it's not pimples, that's herpes." And the thing about herpes is herpes don't have no cure, brothers. Ain't no penicillin for that. Ain't no COVID shot gonna get rid of no herpes. And so the little pimples you see on your penis, they start swelling up. And you start seeing ice cream and orange juice inside. So now you got your very own ice cream machine. And then one day you sit in class at Frederick Douglass High School and those pimples start popping. And now you got ice cream and orange juice running down your leg, and it burns and it stings. And you run home to take a shower, and you can't take a shower because the water is hitting an open, nasty, smelly sore. And when the herpes go away, it's like Freddy Krueger. It only go away for a year. And it come right back. And you never know when the herpes gonna pop up on you. And guess what? You can never have unprotected sex the rest of your life. Because if you lay with a woman without no condom, or that condom break, and you got the herpes virus, you can give herpes to your queen. And not only that, if your queen gets pregnant, you can transmit the herpes to your unborn child. And now your first son, your first daughter is being born with one eye, or maybe two fingers, or maybe a foot missing. Nothing's funny about this. This is real life. Grow up. And now your child got birth defects because you wanted to get your freak on. Y'all better be careful out here. I work with young people with irreversible sexually transmitted diseases. They be in church on their knees. Jesus, why did you let this happen to me? Jesus ain't got nothing to do with it. This was your lack of what? Discipline. Don't trust a big button to smile. And for those of y'all who got all these baby mamas running around, keep playing. Because guess what? When you own your own business and you become that lawyer, you become that surgeon, you become that engineer, you become that realtor, you become that stock investor, guess what baby mama gonna do when you don't make her your wife? She going straight to child support court. You will have to trade that Mercedes in for a Memphis Metro bus pass. Because you were so busy making babies, you didn't know one day you had to pay the consequences. Now, I want to ask all of you the $1 million question. I want to ask every last one of you the $1 million question. Dr. Umar, what is the $1 million question? Inside that black jacket, pass me that hand rag, red, black, and green. The $1 million question is, are you going to go to trade school after Douglass High? Are you going to go to college after Douglass High? Are you going to go to realtor school after Douglass High? Thanks, brother. Are you going to go to financial investment school after Douglass High? Because guess what? If you don't get no education after Douglass High, you're going to be trapped into minimum wage for the rest of your life. Can somebody tell me what minimum wage is in the state of Tennessee? $7.50? $7.25. Can somebody tell me how in the hell you're going to live off $7.25 an hour before taxes? When are you going to rent your house or buy your house? What kind of car you going to drive? How you going to feed yourself? What about medical insurance? What about life insurance? What about your baby? What about daycare? What about school? You can't live off minimum wage, can you? You can't live off $7.25. Some of us can barely make it off $10 an hour or $20 an hour. But some of you right here today, when you graduate, they might as well put a $7.25 stamp on your back because you played around at Frederick Douglass High School so long when these teachers and administrators were trying to get you ready for the world, you thought it was funny. So welcome to the world of $7.25 for the rest of your life. Y'all don't want that, do you? So let me ask you the $1 million question. The $1 million question is whether you're going to go to college, trade school, real estate school, financial investment school. Because if you go to college, if you go to trade school, if you go to real estate school, if you go to financial investment school, by the time you retire, you would have made $1 million more than everybody else in this gym who graduated into $7.25 for the rest of their life. I'm going to say it again. People with a trade skill or a college degree or real estate, financial investment, and they will make $1 million more than the rest of you. And if you're going to go to trade school or college or real estate school, financial investment school, that means you better graduate from Frederick Douglass with a 2.5, a 3.0 or better. If you leave this high school with anything under a 2.5, you got some problems. So the next time your teacher give you a test, you better remember what Dr. Umar told you. The next time you got a book report due, you better remember what Dr. Umar told you. The next time you want to cut class, just remind yourself you laying the foundation for a life of $7.25 an hour before taxes. Now you know why we got so many gangbangers. Now you know why we got so many robbers and dope dealers and marijuana sellers. It ain't got nothing to do with whether you're black, white, red, yellow, or brown. In every group, you got a bunch of young men who thought it was better to fool around than take their education seriously. I'm going to give you a piece of advice. When you graduate from Douglass High School, you know what I want every last one of you to do? I want you to go to trade school before you go to college. I don't want you to go straight to college, except my high achieving students. Now, my 4.0s and my 3.5s and my Dean's List and my honor roll, you go to college. But for everybody else, I would send you to trade school. I want you to become a licensed electrician. I want you to become a licensed plumber. I want you to become a licensed carpenter. I want you to become a licensed roofer. I want you to be a licensed welder. I want you to be a licensed auto mechanic. I want you to be a computer networker. You know why? Because plumbers, electricians, carpenters, welders, roofers, auto mechanics, they make just as much money as doctors. They make just as much money as lawyers. They make just as much money as engineers. How do I know this? Because I'm building a school right now in Wilmington, Delaware. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. I'm actually related to the ancestor the school is named for. Frederick Douglass and my 4 times great-grandfather, Stephen Henry Bailey, United States Civil War veteran and founder of the African Methodist Episcopal Bethel Church of East America. They were cousins and half-brothers. The slave master raped my 5 times great-grandmother. And in the slave master raping my 5 times great-grandmother, my Aunt Harriet gave birth to Frederick Bailey in 1818. Frederick Bailey ran away from slavery and changed his name from Frederick Bailey to Frederick Douglass to hide his identity.
That's beautiful.
My grandfather was dead when General Robert E. Lee surrendered to Ulysses S. Grant during the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln didn't free me. I freed Abraham Lincoln. Now, this is what I want to do. I want to ask some of you right now, what do you want to do after high school? What is your career goal? I'm only going to choose it for you. Career goal. What are you thinking about doing after graduation? Real estate. Excellent. What do you want to do after high school? You're not sure? need to start thinking about it. What grade are you in? Junior? 10. You got 2 more years. Start thinking now. Do not wait till graduation, son. You need an answer now. Who else got something they need to get? Yes. Electrical engineer. So, okay, excellent. You could do trade school or you could do college. Do we have any lawyers in here? Any attorneys? I see one attorney. Do we have any medical doctors? Any medical doctors in here? I don't see any medical doctors. Okay, what else we got? Right here, what do we want to do? Mechanical engineering? So you can do trade school or college. What do we want to do, young brother? You have somebody give me something at this table. Military? Give me something else. What we want to do after high school? Another mechanical engineer, that's good. What about over here? What we going to do? Get off your cell phone. She with her other boyfriend. What are you going to do after high school? What are you thinking about after high school? What do you think? Another mechanical engineer. Do y'all have a mechanical engineering program at this high school? There's a couple of y'all. Talk to me, young brother. What we doing? Say that again. You trapping? I'll see you in prison in a few years. Okay, listen. I'm about to show you how you get to where you want to go. Stay with me. Stay with me. I heard we got an attorney. We got an astronomer. You know what the 2 questions you should be left with at 25? Where are you going to buy your first house? And who you want to marry and live your life? By 25, everybody in here should be set. If you're not set by the time you're 25, you made a mistake somewhere in the way. So let's look at it. Attorney, you graduate. You go into college. How many years is college? 4, undergrad. Astronomer, you're going to college. You're probably going to major in science. You need 4 years. Attorney, 4 years of pre-law or English or political science. Most lawyers major in pre-law, English, or political science. Most astronomers, science. Engineer, 4 years of probably science as well. Mechanical engineers, some of you can go to a trade school. Plumber, electrician, carpenter, 3 years. What's the big difference between the plumber, the electrician, the carpenter, the auto mechanic? How do you differ from the attorney, the astronomer, the engineer, the medical doctor needs 4 years of pre-med, the psychologist needs 4 years of undergrad? The biggest difference between the plumbers, the electricians, the carpenters, those who have the skills that pay the bills, the skills that pay the bills, knowing how to work with your hand, after 3 years, you never have to go to school again for the rest of your life. You can open up your own plumbing business in Memphis. You can open up your own roofing business in Memphis. You can open up your own carpentry business in Memphis. You can open up your own auto shop in Memphis, fixing cars or painting cars. And guess what? You can be making millions of dollars a year. Guess how much we had to pay to get the electric fixed at my school that we're working on in Delaware? $150,000 for 2 weeks of work. Guess how much the heating and cooling was? $250,000 for 30 days of work. I know engineers who make more money than lawyers. I know plumbers who make more money than surgeons. I know electricians who make more money than lawyers. In 3 years, you can be done. You can go work for somebody else, but I recommend you start your own job. Oh yes, the skills that pay the bills is where y'all need to go at. If you want to go to college after you get a skill that pay the bill, go to college after, but get that skill that pay the bill. I know y'all got schools in Tennessee that'll train you to be an electrician, train you to be a carpenter, train you to be a plumber, train you to be a computer networker. Ain't nothing wrong with being a barber. The high school I went to, I was in a barbering program. I used to cut hair to get through college. But guess what? You have a lot of barbershops in Memphis. I don't know how many more we can handle. If I was you, I would get involved in something that don't have a lot of me in it, so I can be guaranteed to do what? Feed my family, take care of my wife, and raise my children. The attorney, after he graduates from college, he got to go back to college. He got to go to law school for 3 more years. Astronomer, he could probably go work for NASA after college, but he might got to go to grad school for 2 more years and get a master's. The engineer, you have to go to grad school. After 4 years, you're going to do an extra 2 or 3 to get your master's. The medical doctor, they got to go to med school for 4 more years. And when they've done med school, they have to do their internship for another 4. That's why they make good money, because they earned it. To be a medical doctor, you need 4 years of undergraduate college, 4 years of med school, and then you have to work in a hospital for 4 years. So if you know you don't have that discipline, if you know you don't have that self-control, if you know you don't have that concentration of focus, don't tell me you want to be a medical doctor, because you got to believe it in order to achieve it. Let's come over here. I'm a psychologist. What did I have to do? I did 4 years of undergrad at Millersville University in Pennsylvania. I went back to Millersville for 3 years of graduate school to become a school psychologist. I then went to Lehigh University for about a year in an advanced principalship program, got my principalship, and then I went to doctorate school, 8 years. It should have been 5, but racism took me 8. It should have been 5, but racism took me 8. And so I've been to 3 different schools, and I've been in 4 different programs. But I had the discipline. See, me, I never wanted to hang out with everybody else. I was never a smoker, a drinker, a girl chaser. I never wanted to be cool and be down. I didn't give a damn about none of that. So many of my friends from high school who wanted to be cool and be down, they in jail or they been put down in the cemetery. 1 out of every 4 black boys will be murdered before their 30th birthday by another black male. Keep playing if you want. They building prisons in Tennessee right now with your name on it. The governor of Tennessee is gambling that you ain't going to do nothing with your life. They building a new prison right now. They gambling that you're going to fail. They gambling that you're going to fail. They gambling that you're going to fail. And let me say this to all my rappers out here, and all my basketball players, and all my football players. I hate the rain on your parade. I hate the rain on your parade. But you have a greater chance of being struck by lightning than becoming a multi-million-dollar entertainer or athlete. Let me say it again. Statistically speaking, you have a greater chance of being struck by lightning than becoming a professional basketball player, football player, soccer player, tennis player, golf player. Most of you will be going professional in something other than rap, music, and sports. Why is this important? Because when I travel throughout the country, Chicago and Detroit, when I travel throughout the country, Lansing, Michigan, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin, when I travel throughout the country, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I'll be Saturday, the Caribbean islands, Curacao, where I'll be next week, or Ethiopia or South Africa, where I'll be next month. You know what I always hear from young black males in particular? I want to be a football player, Dr. Umar. I want to be a basketball player, Dr. Umar. I want to be a rapper, Dr. Umar. Meek Mill is a great lyricist, but Meek Mill was not the best rapper from my neighborhood. Meek Mill just happened to be in the right place at the right time to get discovered by Rick Ross. Congrats to him, but it was luck. My high school roommate, John Thornton, was starting left tackle for the Tennessee Titans when they played in the Super Bowl in 2000. But guess what? John wasn't the best athlete in my high school. How did he end up in the Super Bowl? Because he was in the right place at the right time. It takes a little bit of luck. Kobe Bryant grew up right across the street from us in Lower Merion from West Philadelphia. You only get one Kobe Bryant once in a while. One Michael Jordan once in a while. One LeBron James once in a while. Do not sit here and tell me you're going to be an athlete or a rapper. You're planning for failure. You don't have to be lucky to become a doctor. You don't have to be lucky to become an engineer. You don't have to be lucky to be a surgeon. You don't have to be lucky to be a realtor. You don't have to be lucky to own your own business, but you need a lot of luck to make it into that NBA draft. You need a lot of luck to make it into the NFL draft. I'm going to close this out. My purpose for being here today was to make sure every last one of you know that by not taking school serious right now, you are playing with your future tomorrow. The governor of Tennessee, the governor of Louisiana, the governor of Mississippi, the governor of Alabama, they gambling that most of you ain't going to do nothing but smoke weed, hang on the block, sell some crack, steal some cars, hustle some credit cards, rob some people. They're gambling right now that your ass won't be in jail. They don't expect you to become no lawyer. They don't expect you to become no astronomer. They don't expect you to become no realtor. They're not expecting you to have your own business. They're expecting you to be in a jumpsuit, 3 hots in a cot. And once you go to jail and get one felony on your record, you're damn near done the rest of your life. Who's going to hire you with a prison record? Who's going to hire you with a felony? Who's going to hire you? Well, you've been branded with the stigma of being an ex-con. See, my job today is done. God sent me here to make sure you know that your life is not to be played with. God sent me here to make sure you understand that life will only be what you make it. If you fail, if you don't make it, don't you dare blame Memphis. Don't you dare blame Frederick Douglass High School. Don't you dare blame your mother doing the best she can. Don't blame your father. Look in the mirror and blame yourself, because your life is what you make it. Frederick Douglass said, my ancestor Frederick Douglass said, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who profess the favor freedom but deprecate agitation are like men who want crops without plowing up the ground. They want the rain but can't stand the thunder or the lightning. They want the ocean but they're scared of the roar of the wave. Frederick Douglass said, a man may not get all he pays for, but you will pay for everything that you get. And if we as a people are ever to become free of the injustices inflicted upon us, you will pay for them. You will pay with your life. You will pay with your money. You will pay with your work. But if you want to make it in this world, you decide. The most honorable Marcus Garvey. The most honorable Marcus Garvey. The black man who invented this red, black, and green flag to represent African people from all over the world. The greatest human organizer of all time, Marcus Garvey said, without confidence in yourself, you are twice defeated in the race of life. Without confidence in yourself, you are twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won even before you have started. I know the potential in this room. I know nobody here got to go to jail. I know everybody here can graduate high school in 4 years. I know everybody in here can be a psychologist, an astronomer, a business owner, a realtor, a mechanical engineer. There's only one question. How hard are you going to work? What? And last but not least, do you have the discipline to achieve it? I want to close with a story by a black man, Dr. Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington was born a slave in West Virginia. He walked to Hampton Institute in Hampton, Virginia. He couldn't afford to pay the college because he was a runaway slave. Booker T. asked the principal at Hampton Institute, can I work my way through college to pay for my education? The principal let Booker T work, and when Booker T graduated from Hampton Institute, the principal got a phone call from Tuskegee, Alabama. Do you know of a black man? Do you know of a black man who can come to Tuskegee and teach black people how to make a living? Booker T took the job. He shows up in Tuskegee, Alabama. There's no school, so he used the old store, an old church, an old barn. When the first students showed up at Tuskegee University, Booker T. Washington made them pull up their sleeves. They dug up the ground, made their own buildings, made their own bricks, made their own clothes, grew their own food. They became so famous for making bricks that the construction companies would come buy bricks from Tuskegee children instead of white brick-making companies. And then Booker T. Washington said, I need a science teacher. He heard of a black man by the name of George Washington Carver, also born a slave. First black man with a PhD doctorate degree in agricultural science. George Washington Carver came to Tuskegee, and when he got to Tuskegee, he went to Booker T. Washington, and he said, where's my hall? Where's my science lab? Where's my staff apartment? Booker T. Washington said, George, all we have is what you see. And that black man, born a slave, went to the trash. He went to the trash. And out the garbage, he took copper, tin, aluminum, wood, metal, and from garbage, gave the world more than 300 products from the peanut. From garbage, gave the world hundreds of products from the sweet potato. From garbage, gave the world thousands of products from the soybean. Can I ask you a question? How we come from ancestors who had nothing and did everything? You got all the opportunities in the world, but you don't want to do nothing. Thank you, Memphis, Tennessee. I love you. Black power, grew up with all these people.
And y'all can give a celebration. This is the thing that y'all don't understand. And now you don't understand who Dr. Umar is because your mind is somewhere else. But later on, you're going to sit back and you're going to think about this, and you're going to be like, man, Dr. Umar was at my school. Dr. Umar was at my school. And before Ms. Jones comes up, I want Ms. Jones to come up. Okay, I'm going to tell you. Okay, now, everybody knows this. I'm going to ask something right quick. Hey, cool out the tongue. LD, name the halls in Douglas High School. Name all 4 halls. Okay, you said A, B hall, D, and F. Okay, you said A hall, B hall, D hall, and F. Now, I've been here 4 years. A lot of people don't understand this, but I know things because I'm a historian. F hall. What does F hall stand for? Frederick. What does D hall stand for? Okay, what does A and B hall stand for? Say what? Somebody say it. No. The A stands for Augustus. That was one of his middle names. And then he said he gave you the other name, which started with a B. Baby. The names of the halls are named after Frederick Douglass. All the names of Frederick Douglass. See, that's history in your school that you don't know anything about. But you know, I was a history teacher, so I looked into it. Okay, before we dismiss, I have to give a big shout out to Miss Lachey.
That's right.
Miss Lachey.
That's right.
Miss Lachey came to me. She came to me on many occasions.
That's right.
She was telling me that Dr. Umar was coming to Memphis. And she was like, we got to have him at Douglas. And she's a substitute teacher.
That's right.
And she cared about y'all that much.
That's right.
And she kept coming to me, I said, I wish I could make that call and say yes, but I'm just the assistant principal. Principal Stewart is the head principal. So then she went to Principal Stewart and started sending an email. She started sending Principal Stewart email. She'll come to me every day. Has Principal Stewart talked to you yet? Has Principal Stewart talked to you yet? I said, she hasn't talked to me yet. So then my girl, one other assistant principal, Ms. Jones, got on board and said, Principal Stewart, we got to make this happen. This is something good for the game.
Miss Jones.
So when
That's Miss Jones, assistant principal, Douglas High School. Miss Audra Jones.
So I want to appreciate Ms. Lachey and Ms. A.P. Jones for being my partner and making this happen. Because, every man needs strong women behind him. They were strong enough to make this happen with our body. Okay. After we dismissed, Dr. Umar said that if anybody want to take a picture with him, you can. And trust me, you're going to want to take a picture because this is something that you can last forever, ever, and ever. When we leave here, we're going to core period. Everybody saying it. Y'all talking. We're talking. We are talking. And I'm talking. Okay, I just wait till y'all finish talking.
You'll come home my video. Are you finna do something? Oh, no worries. Go ahead, do what you're doing. This is Douglas High School, guys. I just wanted to take a walk around for a minute and let you guys see Douglas High School. And this is, and you are a school teacher here?
Yes, I am.
And this is?
Mrs. Faulkner. I teach 9th grade, Foundations of Literacy.
Oh, that's beautiful, Queen. 9th grade.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank
This
you.
has been an awesome event. Awesome to have Dr. Umar here. Such a blessing. Oh, my goodness.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, ma'am. This is Douglas High School. Red Devils. Hey, girl. Hey, that's my girl. Look who I found. Donna, look. It's our girl, Donna.
Are you on the phone with Donna?
No, I'm on
Hey,
live.
oh,
Hold this. Hi, guys. We're here at Douglas, and I'm about to close out. Today, we're going to be at the park, downtown Memphis, right behind FedEx Forum. The event starts at 4 o'clock if you're a vendor. We're letting vendors set up for free today. Everybody can come out and just let the community make money. Dr. Umar will be speaking at 6 o'clock this evening. So Memphis, Tennessee, y'all get out here and come on down to Robert Church Park behind FedEx Forum where the Ida B. Wells statue is. Come on and show Dr. Umar Johnson the love he deserves. Come on out here, y'all, and take some pictures. We got live entertainment and all kinds of things going on today. Thank you, Queen.